hearty morning to each and everyone. This is Iris B. Baronday, presenting about the role of research in educational sociology and psychology. Learning objectives for the role of research in education. Recognize the impact and value of research on educational practice. Explain the role of research in educational psychology and sociology. Understand the terms sociology and psychology. What is the role of research in educational psychology? 1. Educational psychology is the study of how humans learn. It concerns processes such as memory, behavior, motivation, and self-regulation. These different factors then inform theories about how people effectively learn. 2. The purpose of psychological research is to study key variables about a human being, how they behave, think, feel, believe, and etc. Therefore, an educational psychology study will examine students' performance, student motivation, students' attitudes, student beliefs, teachers' knowledge, and etc. Why research is important to educational psychology? Research is important to educational psychology because it enables a teacher to know the problems of individual differences and treat every student on his or her merit. It helps a teacher that how to solve the learning problems of a student. Every individual has their own beliefs about the best way to teach. How do they know that their beliefs are correct? Though it is possible to support your beliefs with more valid evidence than just that you believe it to be true. It is true from your personal experiences or that an expert said that it is true. Sometimes two people have two opposite beliefs, so it is possible to determine which person is right. For example, some individuals think that pupils should be given constant positive encouragement to improve academic achievement. On the other hand, other individuals think that positive encouragement will decrease academic achievement because a pupil will think that they do not need to keep putting forth effort. These are two opposite beliefs, so which is true? Educational research is the answer to all of the above questions. Educational research uses the scientific method to study best practices in teaching. An educational research study can be conducted to answer the question, will students learn better or worse when they given positive encouragement? To do this, the scientific method will be employed to compare a group of students who are given positive encouragement with a group of students given negative criticism and a control group of students given no encouragement. After receiving positive encouragement, negative criticism, or no encouragement, individual in these groups will then be compared on important dependent learning variables such as their performance, effort, and motivation. Once this has been done, the data will provide a definite answer about whether positive encouragement, negative criticism, or no encouragement result in the best academic performance. Educational research that uses the scientific method to collect scientific data can provide a definite answer about best practices in teaching. The purpose of educational research is to develop new knowledge about the teaching learning situation to improve educational practice. Educational research can address the following variables. Learning. How do students best learn various subjects? Teaching. What are the best teaching practices to foster students' achievement? Motivation. What are the best practices for teachers to motivate their students to achieve? Development. How do children and adults change over time, including their cognitive, social, and emotional skills? And last, classroom management. What classroom or school practices make the classroom optimal for student learning? Conducting scientific data about these important topics in education. Educational research can establish the best practices that teachers, counselors, administrators, and students should use to improve learning outcomes. Therefore, educational researchers, particularly researchers in Nigeria, should focus on practical research projects that will have significant implications for education. For example, Ziegler and Ramani 2009 conducted a research study to examine best practices of teaching number skills to young children. Math teachers typically teach number skills by asking pupils to recite the number string. Example, say after me, 1, 2, 3. Count objects. Example, how many bins are there? And name numerals. Example, which number is written on the board? However, Ziegler and Ramani look at a theory of how young children understand number and thought that they could come up with a better and more engaging method of teaching number skills. If you are conducting an educational psychology research study, then your topic will be primarily focused on individuals in an educational context. The purpose of psychological research is to study key variables about a human being, how they behave, think, feel, believe, and etc. As such, psychological research must examine individual characteristics, not group structures. Therefore, an educational psychology study will examine students' performance, student motivation, student attitudes, student beliefs, teachers' knowledge, and etc. However, an educational psychology study will not examine school-level variables such as school facilities, government funding, and etc. Why is research important in sociology? Research is important in sociology because sociology is a science, and research in the field is dependent upon solid study design and statistical inference. So that's quantitative, or systematic review, qualitative. Sociology without research wouldn't be sociology or any type of systematic study of sociology. It would likely be history or philosophy, which are great subjects but don't give the type of answers a student in sociology can. Educational sociology is the study of the interaction of individual and his cultural environment, including other individuals, social groups, and patterns and behavior. Educational sociologists utilizes all that has been learned in both the fields but joins them in a new sense by applying sociological concept to the whole process of education. That's from Brown. Educational sociology is a branch of sociology which came into existence as a synthesis between education and sociology. It emphasizes that aims of sociology should be achieved through educational process. Meaning of educational sociology. It is a subject which deals with the interaction of individual and his cultural environment. It examines social processes, social interactions, social institutions, social development, and welfare, which to understand the nature and problem of education. Educational sociology is concerned with the development of individual and society. Meaning of educational sociology. It also develops procedural methods and plans to bring about desired changes in individuals involved in the education process. It helps the education phenomenon to deal with social complexities of learning. Okay, scope of educational sociology. It examines the mutual relations of teachers, students, Parents and community. The place of teachers in a society. Social problems, needs, and aspirations such as competition, conflicts, and cooperation. It is a small unit of society under interrelationship. It, it also school and its relationship with local institutions. Effect of social life on individuals and group schools. Progress of democratic feelings in school. Necessary modification in curriculum for individual and social growth. Encouragement to critical thinking and investigation. Sociology is the study of social relationship. Thus, sociology is 1. The science of society. 2. The science of social relationships. 3. The study of social life. 4. The study of human behavior, the study of social action. And 5th, the study of social groups and social system. Whatever type of educational research you are pursuing though, recall that the purpose of educational research is to improve educational practice. Having an understanding of educational research and conducting high-quality educational research can have the following benefits for educational practice. It provides instruction that maximizes students' learning, understand and support the development needs of pupils, develop an educational environment that supports students' motivation, provide solutions to educational problems. Therefore, develop a research study that can have a significant impact on improving the teaching learning situation. Because educational research can have significant implications for the teaching learning situation, it is essential that educational researchers complete their research projects in good faith. Poorly conducted research can cause further harm to the educational process than no research at all. Consequently, under no circumstances should an educational researchers cut corners to get their project completed faster or easier. Educational researchers also have a responsibility to check and double-check their work to ensure that their methods are valid, their calculations are correct, and their conclusions accurately reflect the data that has been collected. Okay, these are my references. Okay, to end my presentation, I will leave this quote from Carl Jung. One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touch our human feelings. The curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is the vital element for the growing plant and for the soul of the child. Thank you.